What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new album from the band The Black Moriah, entitled Road Agents of the Blast Furnace. This is released on Folter Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very traditional, aggressive, Western-influenced hybrid of both black metal and thrash metal. Yeah. It's been very fascinating, to say the least bit, when it comes to the Black Moriah, in terms of seeing this band become a better, stronger entity and get better over time. Of course, my first introduction to this band was their 2012 debut full-length entitled Casket Prospects. I mean, everything about that record was just so wildly entertaining and awesome in many different ways, in terms of riffs, drumming style, lyrics, vocals, just a very entertaining package. And it all goes without saying, this is a very, very awesome live band. Great live band in terms of stage presence and just being flat out entertaining to watch. And of course, ever since that full-length album, this band has been rather busy as of lately in terms of playing live shows, in terms of writing music. Of course, the lineups changed a little bit over the years, but the Black Moriah has still been very busy. I think most recently, the last time I saw them live, they were doing that tour with Uada and Wolfhammer. Of course, the Black Moriah sounded great, and they definitely sounded a lot more aggressive and more enjoyable than ever. But as far as full-length albums are concerned, this is the second full-length from the Black Moriah, entitled Road Agents of the Blast Furnace. It's 11 tracks, and it clocks in at around 48 minutes in length, and it's interesting to note that as far as this full-length album is concerned, there's really only two people behind it, and that is two of the more seasoned members of this band, Zawikazuz doing guitars, and the Mad Arab doing drums and vocals. And it's very interesting to hear a little bit more of a stripped back sort of lineup as far as the Black Moriah is concerned. They're a great band when it comes to a full live lineup, but when it comes to just two people, I just think it sounds great hearing them do the style of music that they do and play really, really strong stuff here on this full-length album. I definitely think this band's come a long way over the years, but as far as their new material is concerned, I definitely think it's a step in the right direction, and I think it sounds a lot stronger. Of course, this album is one of those albums that once you listen to it, you really are going to be in for a very awesome thrill ride. You're going to be thrown for a lot of curveballs, and then, of course, taken to many different depths and levels. And of course, the main thing that stands out about Road Agents of the Blast Furnace is the guitar work. I think it really sounds awesome to hear throughout this entire record. Hearing the riffs, the solos, the lead-ins, just the overall intensity that you hear throughout these guitar riffs just sounds awesome. You hear it on tracks like the title track, Say It With Bullets, Death Valley Days, Elixir of Wrath. Just some really, really top-notch guitar playing and melody work being done here throughout this album. That's where you get the many elements of what makes the Black Moriah so special. The black metal, the thrash metal, the western sort of sounds that you hear throughout this record. I just think it's really awesome to listen to, and I think Zawikazuz does an amazing job with the guitar riffs throughout this entire album and makes things that much more interesting. When it comes to the drums, it is very relentless from the very get-go. This is really not a tiresome sort of record in that sort of sense, and I think this drum performance is really strong. You get a lot of fast double bass work, you get a lot of great blast beats, just some very strong and entertaining drum work to be done throughout this record. Even some of the lengthier tracks that are on this album, like Death Valley Days, Scholar of Tongues, and even the closing track, Ratwater, really don't feel like they're taking too long. I think they're paced just perfectly. This drum style is just really awesome to listen to, and I think he does a great job here. And speaking of the drummer, he's also the vocalist for this record, and I think he's been doing quite a fine job picking up where Aventis left off as far as these vocal styles are concerned. It's very raspy, very throaty, very aggressive, and I think he does a very awesome job of weaving the stories being told throughout this record, and I think it makes it for a much more engrossing and entertaining sort of story here when it comes to the Mad A-Rap doing vocals. So overall, I thought Casket Prospects was an awesome record, but I think the Road Agents of the Blast Furnace is just a tiny bit better. I think this is a much better record. I think it's a little more stronger. It's a little more well thought out and planned out. I think the musicianship and the songwriting on this album is very strong. I definitely think it's very entertaining to listen to. And if you're a fan of black thrash, if you're a fan of what the Black Moriah has done previously, you're going to really find something to enjoy with Road Agents of the Blast Furnace. So if I had to think of any personal favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say the title track, The Devil's Whore, Say It With Bullets, Elixir of Wrath, Just a Taste is a really great track as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you some links in the description box as to how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will leave you a link to the Black Moriah Bandcamp page where you can listen to this album in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. You can stream it, buy it digitally, and to the best of my knowledge, it is available physically as a Digipack CD. I believe there is also a Gorgoroth cover on there. You can buy it directly from the label, but I believe the band themselves will be getting copies, so if you want to get a copy from the band directly, I would highly recommend that you do so in helping them, supporting them get to their next destination. So again, the album is Road Agents of the Blast Furnace by the Black Moriah. This is released on Folter Records. Go check this one out. And for a score, I'm going to give this one a very solid 8.5 out of 10. Very awesome and well-refined black thrash from probably one of the best Dallas, Texas metal bands to exist right now. So if you happen to have heard this album, definitely let me know what you think about it and how you feel about it, or any of you guys into the Black Moriah, definitely let me know. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until the next time, Armijo out.